So is it time to buy American Airlines as it approaches $16.40? What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBit Solutions, and I'm actually making this video due to a question one of our Learn Plan Profit members asked. And I think it's maybe a question that a lot of people are asking. On the technical side, yes, I do agree that after this initial push, first of all, if you guys remember the overall news that sent almost every airline and overall airline industry sky high is just due to news of them doing better than expected. But again, they won't be at 50% capacity until July, right? All of a sudden, things began to pull back. The overall market began to pull back. Obviously, it became super overextended. And now there's been indication of this like upward staircase pattern, right? You can see that it has almost had this ascending support, and every single time that it bounces, it makes new highs based off of previous highs. So now as we're pulling back from previous highs at $19, it does get people to ask, right? From $16.30 up to $18 to $19, that's over 15% growth. So it makes sense based off of previous patterns why people are asking, is this something that I should be looking into? One of the first things that I want to say is no one has that definite answer. No one knows exactly what's going to happen. But I want to share a couple things with you guys. And I want you to develop your own opinion. You should never be convinced on where you should invest or put your money, right? Especially if you're a day trader. You always have to understand that every trade or every investment comes at some form of risk. One of the things that I want to share with you is, correct me if I'm wrong, but COVID cases have seen an increase, or at least the media has nothing else to talk about as of right now for the past week to about week and a half, that it has been made very apparent that COVID cases are at an all-time high. We saw like a surge, right, of COVID cases. So ask yourself this very simple question. What is one of the main reasons that we saw a huge dip in the airline industry? Due to the increase of COVID cases, right? All of a sudden, we went under quarantine, it began to consolidate, we came out of quarantine, and then it slowly began to recover. Now that we're seeing this second surge, just ask yourself, on the fundamental side, right? People actually traveling when it comes down to their overall flights and travel, does it actually make sense? As the media continues to announce the overall idea of increase of COVID cases, right? Just another example, I personally live in Arizona. Arizona is like probably one of the worst states as of right now. But Arizona reports the single day high of 2,500 new cases. We are also one of the states that is testing the most, but that's in a sense besides the point. There is no question that as we got out of quarantine, the very simple question that you could ask yourself is, has anything changed? We still don't have a vaccine, and we just slowly began to ease back to business. You know, rightfully so. That's what majority of people wanted, so it made sense. But Arizona, no question about it. I mean, I personally live here, right? They're not taking it as serious as many other states, right? California or maybe New York, where a lot of other businesses or non-essential businesses are closed. But overall, statewide, we have seen an increase in COVID cases. At least that's what the media is sharing with us. So at least for myself and the people around me, we have been made aware of an increase of COVID cases. Psychologically, we are less likely to want to travel or to visit other places because it's been made very apparent to us that, hey, COVID cases as of right now are on the rise. So as we are pulling back on the technical side, I do agree with you. It is at a potential support level where we could find a support here, break above the EMA line, and work towards, that 15% gain, or maybe new highs if it continues this overall uptrend pattern. But what I wanted to share with you is not just what could potentially happen in the upside, as I feel a lot of people just always try to talk about, but I also want you to understand the risk, right? What if people really begin to showcase, that, hey, flights are down because people are less comfortable flying due to the increase of COVID cases. That's all I literally want to share with you, right? I wanted to share with you that, hey, Arizona, at least the state that I live in, it is bad. I wanted to show you the overall increase of COVID cases of all time, right? And on top of that, airlines are now recently responding to new forms of ban, right? Of like, hey, we're not going to be serving alcohol or serving food on planes, right? Because they want to limit the overall type of interaction from passengers and their flight attendants. So they are taking extra precaution because why? Because COVID cases are on the rise. You can say whatever it is that you want, that, hey, we're tested more now than ever before. It doesn't matter. When it comes down to the numbers and when it comes down to more people, in a sense, with confirmed cases, people are going to be less willing to want to travel. The desire of wanting to travel is much less, right? So you can do the math, right? You can kind of like follow through. So if COVID cases are increasing, and that was one of the main reasons that, again, we saw the big drop on airlines, is the airline about to see another big drop because less people are going to be willing to travel? And this is a simple question that you can ask yourself. You might be like, no, I still think that people will be confident enough to travel. Up to you, right? I just wanted to make you aware of what's going on around me, right? Arizona, what's going on with overall cases, and what airlines are currently doing because of supposedly how bad it is. I mean, I personally don't know. Now, back then, when it comes down to a couple months ago, and we saw this huge surge of COVID cases, it was very unheard of for myself, right? I mean, like, I didn't really know anyone. Again, this is just me. Let me know in the comment section. I did not know anyone that actually had COVID. Now, I know a couple people that had COVID and recovered from it, right? Supposedly, it's not as bad as, they make it out to be. But at the end of the day, I personally now know people that have been affected in comparison to a couple months ago where I did not. And that just means that, again, it's spreading much quicker. Again, it doesn't mean that everyone's going to die. All I wanted to share with you is how to react, right? The stock market has a lot to do with overall anticipation. And as of right now, as we're pulling back, yes, I do agree with you. On the technical side, it would make sense for there to be a potential support here, and then for it to bounce, break above the EMA line, and approach, previous highs at about $19. That would be amazing. Confirmation is key. Let's set our alerts, right? This is for all the airlines. You guys can set it up for American Airlines. We could set it up for Boeing. We could set it up for JetBlue. But at the end of the day, I'm a big believer in the overall idea of confirmation is key. And as of right now, I just feel like we're at a critical point where, yes, we could see a reversal, but it also would make sense on the fundamental side, right, with people actually traveling, that people are going to be less comfortable to travel. So I wanted you to be aware of both sides. The opportunity, I wanted to present it to you, and on top of that, I wanted you to understand that due to the increase of COVID cases, I personally am someone that would be less likely to travel. You can develop your own opinion and better determine now that you're a little bit more informed. And don't even stop here. Read more articles. Try to learn a little bit more about it. Just make sure wherever it is that you choose to put your money, it's something that you're well informed on. So I just wanted to do my part, right? I wanted to do a quick little recap on the overall day. I still have an open position on DGAS. As of right now, I am down a little bit over $400. It was just a very bad day. Yesterday, I made a little bit over $1,100. Today, I'm down $400. So again, a goal is something to work towards, not something you necessarily have to hit every single day. I have no excuse other than the idea. Every single time that I was taking a trade, there was quick changes of direction. Today was the natural gas report. I normally perform pretty well. Today was just not my day. And that's just fine. Loss is inevitable. It's just our job as day traders to keep them smaller than our profits, right? And with this, I would do this nonstop. If I can every other day have those $1,100 days and every other day have these, $400 days, the whole idea of trading in the stock market is not just focusing on your profit, but also making sure that when you are having a rough day and when you are taking losses, that you simply do your job to manage it and to keep it small. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I really hope that I earned your thumbs up. Don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you haven't stayed connected already, we do run the largest Facebook group in the world for those who trade in the stock market with over 280,000 members. So that's going to be that first link down below. And also, I did want to update you guys on the Shop TechBud site. We just launched our new sticker pack. So those are for those that love the bull art. These sticker packs are now available if you guys want to click the third link down below and order yours. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, team.